there, friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Amy here today, and it is the month of January, and like every January of every new year, people long to get back onto an exercise program. They long to eat better. They make promises to themselves. People love to get organized. Are you one of those people that falls into any of those categories? I, for one, am determined to find a organization that works for me on how to store my Stampin' Up! Stamps and dies. Since becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I have tried multiple ways to get organized that I've seen online, that other demonstrators, other customers have shared how they organize. And to be honest with you, nothing has seemed to work for me yet. But I am excited because I recently learned of 2 new ways that could possibly work for me. I think they have potential. So I thought that today I would just show you really quickly what I am going to try next. And like everything they say, you have to give it several months to see if something is going to work for you. So that's what I'm going to do. And who knows, over the next 12 weeks, I may find ways to tweak this approach. I will definitely keep you posted. So back in November, Stampin' Up! Changed their packaging, and I am thrilled about this, especially coming over from close to my heart. This is kind of similar to what I grew accustomed to for, 15 years, the last 15 years as a close to my heart maker. They come in these nice envelopes. These envelopes are really sturdy. They're see-through. You can actually buy the envelopes in a pack of 10, and I've been sharing with my customers, you can buy these to put your other stamp sets in that came in the DVD-like cases. I love putting my ephemera packs in these because the pieces fall out very easily and I want to keep everything together. These are see-through, so I know what ephemera's in there, and it just really works well for me. So I am excited about this storage system, and I am excited that now, moving forward, all new stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Manufactures are all photopolymer. So again, I haven't used red rubber stamps in ages up until I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I struggled with stamping with them. So I am thrilled that everything is photopolymer moving forward from November 2025. Now, the thing I miss about with this storage system is your stamps come and they're all nicely laid out on the carrier sheet, but they don't match the picture on the front of the packaging. And so sometimes, especially with sets that have lots of images, you have a hard time putting them back on the carrier sheet, and that's causes for possibly some images to get mixed up with other sets if you're working with several sets on one project, or they get lost. And there's nothing more frustrating than pulling out a stamp set and wanting to use a design, an image, and it's nowhere to be found. So I'm going to share with you what I'm going to try with my stamp sets as well as with my dies. So let's start with the stamp sets, and this was shared by several demonstrators. What I am going to do is, whenever I get a brand new stamp set, before I even use it, I'm going to open it up and I am going to put this on my copier machine, my printer. I'm going to put it face down and make a copy of it. And that's exactly what I did with this. So this shows me where every single image is on this carrier sheet. Then what I will do is just put this in with my stamp set and store it like this. and I am really excited to give this a try. So I just have to discipline myself when I get new stamp sets. Before I start using them, I need to make a copy of it. And I am fortunate that I have a printer, a copier right here at home that I can do that. Now, if you do not have a printer at home, another way that you can make this work is before you use your stamp set, and I did use this one already, but it's big and bold and not a lot of images, so I can show you on this one, is you can peel this off and then with a Sharpie, just real, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just take your Sharpie and trace around the images. And then when you peel them off and you go back to put them back on the Curio sheet, you will have an idea of where they go. So that is option B if you don't have a printer. And then with the dies, here is the coordinating dies for the pop-up petals. Have you gotten this one yet, this bundle yet? I'm really excited to play with this one. So here are the stamp images. Here's a picture of all the dies. And here is what they look like on the carrier sheet. Now, this particular die set doesn't have oodles and oodles of extra dies. You know as well as me, some of the dies that you get have a whole bunch of added extra dies on them, and that's one thing I love about Stampin' Up! Is all the extra dies that you get. But then when you go to put them back on the cardboard, you can't fit them all on it, and even if you use magnetic sheets, you can't seem to fit them all on it. So again, I took my dies and I laid them down on my printer and I made a copy of it. So here is my copy that I made on my copier. So I know exactly where every single die will go when I'm done using it. Again, I will store that printout in my carrier sheet in my envelope. And that is how I am going to begin getting organized in 2026. Now, the next thing is, how are you going to store these? I have not decided on that yet. I keep going back and forth on, do I store my dies with the stamp set? And at first I wasn't going to do that because you get so many extra dies in a stamp set that you may want to use with other projects. But with this way that I am going to be photocopying the carrier sheets before I start using them, I am going to store them together because I will have pictures of all the dies, so it will be easy to find them. Now, my next solution is where am I going to put, how am I going to put these envelopes? I'm currently looking at boxes or baskets, and something that's going to look pretty in my studio because I have open shelves, so you'll see the baskets or the boxes. So that will be my next step in getting organized in the new year. But I hope that this helps you and will inspire you to either get out a Sharpie and trace your images onto your carrier sheet, or make copies from a copier or a printer. And I would love to know how this system is working for you, so check back with me. Or if you have found a system that is tried and true to you and it is working to you, share that in the comments, because we can always learn from each other. These two attempts in organizing was shared by other creative people, and that's how I found out about it. So I would love to know how you are storing your dies and your stamp sets. And or if you're still looking for solutions like me, if you give this a try, let me know how it's working for you. If you do not already subscribe to my channel, I'd love for you to click that subscribe button. It helps my little channel to grow. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye-bye.